For a lot of people, if you can't see it, if it's invisible, it must not be real. And what we're talking about is invisible, even though it permeates everything around us.
So we design products, we design organizations, we design families, we design ecosystems.
Most of our brain design is not rational, it's social in nature. And this has been revolutionary in the last 10 years.
Where technology is going and where population and demographic trends are going, you see that it's going to unleash all sorts of opportunities.
You don't know exactly what the endpoint's going to be. You just know that when you mash it all together, something really cool happens.
Innovation is all about ideas having sex. And really our role is to really promote promiscuity of these ideas.
That intellectual activity of designing things was very uniquely human. So we design products, we design organizations, we design families, we design ecosystems. These are things that we do, and they're all functions of human desire.
So when people look at economies, when they look at business, when they look at innovation and technology, they see the stuff on the surface. But we knew there was something underneath that, which is that people were organizing themselves, and they wanted to organize themselves around a different way of looking at this problem.
If all you look at are numbers, the outcomes you get aren't all that great. People matter. Whether you're investing or building economies or creating products or anything else, people matter.
All we're doing is supporting a culture where everybody's in a pissing match with each other, as opposed to supporting a culture where people are really getting good work done.
Every individual's actions, every individual's conversations actually shape the system, right? If you start treating people well, it ripples out. If you start treating people badly, that ripples out too. And culture shapes growth, it shapes sustainability, it shapes output, it shapes profits, it shapes new products, it shapes new inventions and new innovations.
When an innovation economy starts thriving, there are reasons for it. And if there are reasons for it, there have to be steps. And if there are steps in the process, you should be able to reverse engineer what those steps are. And you should be able to take those steps and break it down into things that are tools that people the world over who are focused on this work can take back home and implement.
The first step is to start the conversation and have the right conversation. So you convene. So it's this being able to convene people together.
And what's interesting about Silicon Valley is this place is kind of a historical accident where that model of cultural behavior actually caused that kind of economic output. And it's probably the best example in the world of how that can happen. And so that's why we thought this place was a great location to host the summit.
The end is quality of life. And so if you can find ways to take the vast spectrum of what's necessary to get a community together, to work, to function, to thrive, whether it's capital or arts or education, putting all of those things together in a way that makes money, improves lives, leads to better outcomes, I think that's the tie that binds the group together.
But I think our value added is the diverse group of people we're bringing together and the diverse set of problems that we're trying to unify and knit together into a systemic solution.
We're in a world of hurt right now. There are a lot of huge problems to be solved in the world. And if we can work with our biology and start to understand how to shape human behavior more artfully, it's at the root of solving a lot of those issues.
Basically, it's a creative venue where people from all different walks of life, different experiences, different viewpoints, but everyone who's still concerned and wants to contribute to their community. And they want to be given a set of tools and perspectives.
You're not alone. You thought that you saw the world differently than others. You thought that you couldn't compete and survive and thrive in the world as it's been laid out. And so part of the summit is to make it visible. It's to say you can come here and by seeing it around you, it suddenly becomes real. Because when you're not there, it's in the ether and it doesn't feel real. So come to the summit and experience it in person and feel it and see it.